Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. So I'll be taking a look at the Tudor Black Bay 58. This one, a new line from Tudor, started about a few years ago actually, about late 2018, 2020-ish. In that time range. This one with the blue dial, blue bezel, all blue here except obviously the steel, of course, and steel construction it is with the nice riveted bracelet. The reference number for this one is 79030B. This one, the Black Bay 58, entirely in steel, and again with the blue dial and blue aluminum bezel. I'll be going over the aspects of this watch, the case, the bezel, the dial, the crown functions, as well as the movement and the bracelet, and I'll be giving you my thoughts on these throughout this video. So starting off with the case, we have a 39mm case. Strangely enough, this is probably the smallest version of the Submariner that you can find, at least from a brand like Rolex or Tudor. This one, 39mm from finger to thumb, 2 to 8 o'clock position, same as the 10 to 4 o'clock position. Nice below 13mm thickness actually, and really made so that it basically will slide under a suit cuff and definitely under a jacket sleeve. You have a full nice high polish steel construction here, and with the very interesting first bevel there on the very edge, nicely highly polished, so that it very much gives it sort of like that glowing look along the accents there. On the front of the case, evident on the lugs themselves, nice satin brush finish tapering down with the lugs themselves, nice and big near the case center and underneath the bezel. Speaking of which, this bezel, steel on the knurling and aluminum on the insert. And I really much like the aluminum inserts here for these dive bezels, because they actually do diffuse the light a little bit better than ceramic bezels, and they're so much more readable as a result, because ceramic bezels will basically depend on having a huge diffuse light source, whereas you can have more specular lighting reflecting off of these aluminum bezels, and really doesn't matter. You can have diffuse or specular lighting, but for ceramic bezels, you'll require a lot more light to actually be able to see all of it. Whereas here you can see all of the numbering very easily, the Arabic numerals for all the minutes there. Unidirectional windings so that you don't accidentally over or undershoot your decompression stops. Gives it a nice chunky feel. Not quite a click as you would feel from a Rolex Submariner, but definitely a Tudor on its own, and quite a signature feel and sound there. The blue aluminum bezel makes it very appealing with that that very interesting, sort of almost bordering on the shade of blue, but more of a tone, definitely a mid-tone. That gives it a very nice, sort of like a slate gray sort of suggestion there to its coloration. And you get the same coloration on this dial, a matte blue dial as well, also indicating that it is water resistant down to 200 meters or 660 feet below sea level, and officially certified chronometer, tested in the same way that Rolex tests their movements as well. If you take a look here at the dial, you do have the maxi style dial, the stick markers for 3, 6, and 9, big triangle for the 12, dot markers for the rest. And not only that, as is signature of the maxi style dials, you have the full luminescence there, and same as on that bezel as well. Snowflake hands showing up very nicely. The seconds hand also illuminated. The minute and hour hands distinct in shape as well as their size. All right, now turning the lights back on, we can take a look at the crown functions here. Just simply unwind the crown at 3 o'clock position to the first position. This allows you to wind the watch, so about 20 to 30 full winds gets you to the full power reserve. Rather simple there. And once you start feeling the damping starting to ramp up, the resistance, you can actually stop because you've reached the full power reserve. Pull the crown out to the final position, the only other position really. It stops at seconds hand, so you can actually use that hacking function, set the time nice and precise, line it up with an atomic clock, simply press the crown back in to get that seconds hand started once more, and screw that crown back tightly against the case to ensure the superior water resistance of the watch. All right, so what makes all of this work on the inside is the MT5402 COSC certified. You can't see through the case back, but you do have that added sense of security from that solid steel. Not really finished to a high degree because, well, it's made to work, not just look pretty. And so basically what it gives you is the self-winding mechanical movement with a bidirectional rotor system, also with a silicon hairspring and a 70-hour power reserve. That means that's basically weekend proof. You can set it down on a Friday evening, pick it back up Monday morning the following week, no need to wind the watch. Just simply wear it all day Monday and you're back to the full power reserve. Nice and easy. And while I'm zoomed out here, you can also see this nice bracelet here riveted and sort of indicative of the previous iterations of the, well, some of the first iterations rather, of the sort of Tudor line, their version of the Submariner, giving it that, you know, the 1950s and 60s look there, that sturdiness of the riveted bracelet here. Not a clean tapering, but kind of like a set of steps down, so very, very modular in that sense, but you won't even feel it. You probably wouldn't even notice it if I, you know, hadn't pointed it out to you. You also have the safety clasp here. Just simply lift from the bottom where you have the Tudor wordmark logo. Just simply lift from the bottom to open it up, then lift from the top of the clasp itself to unhook it. There you go. You have the Tudor Genève logo on the inside and a full steel construction. You also have tiny sizing pins, so you'll have to use a specialized tool, or if you're very, very well versed with a paper clip, you can actually use that here. Move the spring bar backwards and forwards so you can do micro adjustments to the size here. Otherwise, you will need to use a screwdriver to move or to basically remove or add links as necessary. And as I showed you before, I had it on my wrist at the very beginning of the video. I'll show it to you again on my 7-inch wrist, 7 inches in circumference, and right there. It's kind of big on me, but that's just the bracelet. Looking at the watch itself, it's actually just the right size. At 39 millimeters, it fits my wrist very nicely, quite comfortably as well, and sitting directly on there. Hardly any space under the lugs because the bracelet just hangs down directly. It doesn't like flare out at all. So it has a very, very, not a very wide stance, but it's very compact on a wrist down to even maybe like 5.5 or even 6 inches in circumference. It'll fit very nicely. And that's basically the whole point of this watch. The 58 is made so that it basically fits on people with smaller wrists, and sort of calling back to those older days of, you know, when people did have smaller wrists, this would fit much more nicely. The newer Black Bay 58s or the newer Black Bay models in 41 millimeters, those are going for the, you know, the bigger wrist presence in terms of the size, but here you have the wrist presence in terms of the looks, because you don't get this blue colored dial very frequently. And you know, even basically being the introductory model for this model line, it's quite a statement from Tudor themselves, saying that, you know, there's definitely more to come, and, you know, much more has come, you know, with the sort of like a taupe and a silver dial, the yellow gold case with a green dial, and even the sort of gradient matte brown bronze dial on their bronze case. Those will be following up in a hot minute. But first, you know, we've got this one, the 58, the introductory model of this model lineup. Looks very good on my wrist, at least. If you have a larger wrist, you may want to consider the larger Black Bay, but you know, that's up to you. What if you have any thoughts on that? Let us know down in the comments below. Be sure to like this video and hit the subscribe button. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification afterwards so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, visit our store at jazztime.com. Links in the description below to purchase this watch, new, used, discontinued, any other watch. We have it in the links down in the description below. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you in the next video.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.